Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world.
What's up, everybody? This is Ted Karras of the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincy Hat, and you're watching Bengals and Brews.
Bengals and Brews.
Bengals suck. Hey, they gave us some hope, man. We had some hope, and we thought, oh, my gosh, we might actually beat Buffalo. We're up 3. We're driving. There's 5 minutes left, and then Joe Burrow says, here you go, Christian Bifford. Why don't you just take this ball and go take the lead along with it? And then I'll give you guys another one.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty sad. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I almost cried yesterday because I was all the way back in, man, from the Ravens game. And then, look, we looked great. And then 2 mistakes at the end. Back to back. Uncharacteristically of Joe Burrow, because that, I mean, isn't that on him? He threw the ball right into the hands of the guy that intercepted him. The
Chop.
I mean,
Chop, it's my fault. I kept saying feed the ball to Chase, keep feeding the ball to Jamar, so it's my fault, buddy. Joe listened to me, and it's all my fault. I said keep feeding the ball to Jamar, and look what happened.
I know. Well, fuck it.
It's one of those hindsight. It's first down there. You just wish they would have ran the ball. But, you know, you like the play action, quick hitters, extension of your run game. It's kind of what they're built on. It was just, you just can't throw that ball. You got to throw it in the dirt, but it is what it is. The defense still had a chance to get a stop at the end. 3rd and 15, you'd get the ball with like a minute and a half, a minute 20. That's still a lot of time. But they decided, hey, you know that Josh Allen guy? Let's just not put a spy on him. He just ran for a long touchdown. Let's just let him run for the first down here.
I didn't even see any Bengal players on the TV screen when he was running. I was like, where the fuck are they even at? There's like not even somebody chasing him. I'm just like, God damn.
Final play of the game when he ran. I called this. He's going to run for a first down. Final play of the game when he was in shotgun. Everybody thought they were going to be he was going to throw. And of course, I think, wasn't it Geno Stonedale who missed the tackle on him the very last second to try to stop him from getting the first down?
Greg,
Geno Stone missed 3 tackles, and that was one of them, yes.
You need to post it.
Yes, I know.
Every time you open up that computer, you remember to hit that button.
Yep.
But, I mean, if you look at the offensive line performances per PFF, we dream for times like these.
Yeah.
Dylan Fairchild, a 77.9 pass block grade. Dalton Reisner, an 84.3 pass block grade. Zeus, a 90.5 pass block grade. Mims, a 70. And then Karras was the low man with a 57.3. Still almost 60 for your lowest guy, which used to be our highest.
Yeah.
Some seasons. But I mean.
Yeah. I was watching the game yesterday and I thought, oh my God, Joe's got forever, a couple times.
And T. Higgins, back in concussion protocol, he kept shaking his head and he kept hitting his head. And you're like, you got to take his helmet. I mean, yes, he got that late touchdown. Yes, you still had a chance to win. Yes, the playoffs are on the line, but man, I don't even put it just on the Bengals or like the coaches. That's like the NFL, they have those independent people. They cleared him, but then he hit his head again, and it's like he didn't come out right after half. And then he comes out and it's like, I don't know, man. I just hope he's okay. I mean, obviously he's our warrior for that, but man, that's just something that scares the hell out of me with concussions like that, repeat concussions.
Exactly.
So that's definitely frightening.
Yeah.
And then sticking with the wide receivers, maybe Jermaine Burton will step up. Oh, wait, he was suspended and now he's cut. Just a sad end to a sad start to his career. Yeah. Now we all expect he'll go elsewhere and probably, be really good. But there was no way he could continue here. I mean, he's clearly not doing the right things, and he will have to completely change what he does off the field from what you hear. We don't know him personally.
Is there a way you can go somewhere and see like the order of the waiver wire to see where he could possibly land? Who's going to pass him up and everything?
I mean, it's who would have the top picks. It's similar, the worst teams. So, like, I mean, he's going to go to the Browns and be good because they're probably, they're a top in the top 10.
Yeah.
They're out of the playoffs, so why not, right?
I mean, could the Titans take a chance? I don't know. It's like, we'll see. We'll see if anybody.
Wherever it goes, I'm making that bet for that first game, anytime touchdown.
Yeah.
And
like
get one on the next team.
Tay here saying, trade Trey Anderson for anything from a first to a third, even a fourth. Well, the trade deadline's passed.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah. Well, and also Trey's team, it was just announced Trey's seeing a specialist now. So he's obviously out for the Baltimore game, but he's going to see a specialist for his injury.
Oh, finally, after 5 or 6 weeks, he's going to see a specialist. I don't know.
No shit.
Specialist several weeks ago to figure something out instead of just.
I mean, maybe he was waiting, trying to come back, and then since we lost this game, we must not mathematically be out because they're still offering me $50 on that $30 bet. So
Yeah,
still must have fucking somewhat of a chance.
No, we are mathematically not eliminated, but I mean, I don't want to do this again. Like, if you won out, you had a shot. You didn't win out. I don't even think it's worth talking about. We get to the final season and something's changed. We'll talk about it then. Till then, and people are like, should you tank? They're not going to tank. They're going to try to win. Joe Burrow's not out there playing to try to lose games. They're going to win.
Right.
They're going to win some more games.
He's right, Dale. Like, I don't want to go and watch the team tank. Like, it's exciting to go and watch him play with the receivers, just like he said. So he's going to put on a show, and I'm going to go watch.
Also, obviously, this won't be a shocker. T is in concussion protocol again.
Yeah, I mentioned that a second ago.
We just talked about that for 10 minutes.
Whatever.
But, yeah. So, I mean, offensively, Mike Gesicki, I thought, had a good game. T had 2 touchdowns. I mean, some incredible catches. Had some drops, but once again, I think he was playing with a concussion, sadly.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that T is in concussion protocol again?
Wait a minute. Is T in concussion protocol again?
Yeah, again.
Wait, you got any news on that?
So, white jerseys and orange pants for Sunday.
Oh, we're on to white jerseys and orange pants.
Yeah. Yep. So, Chop, here's some exciting news for you. 2 games behind me now. Almost as bad as the Bengals' ability to blow leads in the second half of games is me in these picks. From a 10-game lead is down to 2.
There's no way, man.
I went 4-8.
Wait, what?
I went 4-8 this week.
What did I go? Because I thought I did
7-5. It's not like you did great, but I just had an all-time. Like, I was like Joe Burrow here, and I threw these picks directly to you.
Right.
And you took it off and ran it into the end zone. So, but everybody now, like Greg's 72-50, I'm 78-44, you're 76-46, and Dustin's 70-52. So it's like everybody is now within 10 games of me. I'm just blowing this, man. I'm blowing this lead.
You're like the goddamn Ravens.
I'm just blowing it.
You're
man.
the MVP all the way up until the playoffs come, man.
And then tonight, like, you can't gain a game on me because you stuck with the Chargers instead of going with Philly. And that was, you could a lot on the line there. But Greg and Dustin, they can gain a game on me.
You also took Chargers?
Yeah, me and you both took the Chargers. And Dustin and Greg.
I saw, though, I was hesitant. I was going to pick the Bears, but the Packers always get. Didn't like, I heard, what's his name? Caleb Williams had a guy wide open in the end zone that would have tied the game, and he'd throw such a bad pass that was picked off easily.
True. I'm blowing it. No, and Bills fans now all of a sudden are just so mouthy and just can't keep Joe Burrow's name out of their mouth. The thing is, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen have so much respect for each other. They're friends. Like, I don't know why you got to slander one to appreciate the other. Like, I think they're both excellent quarterbacks. You know,
they are.
Josh Allen doesn't have near the weapons receiver-wise, but he's got James Cook and those tight ends. Biggest fear we had going into the game, this team can't cover tight ends. Well, they still cannot cover tight ends.
Right. Yeah.
They got absolutely torched.
Johnson Kincaid back and forth.
We need your boy Barrett Carter to step up, Dale. I know you've been supporting that guy.
Yeah.
Behind him on how he's done such a good job, like acclimating to the NFL.
Yeah, and everybody's like, he's just a rookie. And I'm like, he is, and I hope he can get better. But how many games you got to see this? Like, there's no way, and that's all I was saying last week was there's no way my plan next year is for him to be a starting linebacker. Like, sure, you're a rookie. You can get better. Get better while you play special teams.
Right.
Like, you're not starting at linebacker for my football team next season. I'm sorry.
No, it's going to be that kid from your school. What's his name? Reese?
Yeah, he's not even playing well here the second half of the season for the Buckeyes. Sonny Styles is playing better than him, to be fair. And
yeah, and I just want to point this out. You got your loss out of the way. Now go win yourself a championship.
Yeah, I mean, the Buckeyes, it just, that's why you got to really celebrate and be happy when your teams win. I mean, life comes at you fast. Ohio State beat Michigan. The Bengals beat the Ravens. I'm feeling all the way up. Nobody could tell me anything.
I know.
Life was grand.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State loses the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
The Bengals lose a heartbreaker to Buffalo after leading almost the entire game until the final 5 minutes. It's just like you felt like you got kicked right in the nuts as a Buckeye and Bengal fan this weekend.
Dale, the Indiana is the new Oregon. You guys are I know you guys are going to lose to Indiana again, actually.
Okay. Well, all I know is Indiana, that is a well-coached team, and they got dogs everywhere, especially on that defense. So shout out to them. I mean, the Buckeyes, obviously, play calling was conservative, I thought. Just some stupid decisions, short yardage and goal line red zone. They're just bad. The Buckeyes are bad. It reminds me a lot of the Bengals. I think they're worse than the Bengals in the red zone. That says a lot because they try to go 13 and 14 personnel. In no world should you ever have Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate off the field at the same time in the red zone. Like, you know what I mean? You're literally saying we're running this ball, load the box. That's that. Or we're going to throw it to a tight end that you can cover easily. It's very telegraphed. So we'll see. But yeah, the Bengals suck. Barrett Carter, 39.6 coverage grade. And Demetrius Knight, a 50.4. So you wonder why can't we cover tight ends? You don't have the linebackers that can do it.
Yeah.
They just can't.
Just rookies, Dale.
Yeah. One of them's 26-year-old rookie. So
wait.
Really? And even better, Barrett Carter's 23. It's not like he's a 20-year-old rookie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, these guys are not young. They both played a lot of football. Carter played all 4 years at Clemson. It's just like, I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it with him. Dax Hill, 74.5 coverage grade. A bullshit hands to the face flag in that game against Dax Hill. Probably the worst game for DJ Turner in weeks, months.
Yeah.
A 55.7 coverage grade. And he just got beat two or three times. He still almost should have had a pick. He's still a very good player, but probably his worst game. Just fair to call it what it is. Any other thoughts that you guys had? Like, McKinley Jackson played 2 snaps. I thought that was complete horseshit. I didn't even, 2 snaps? What are we doing? We thought this guy's trending upward. Let's not play him at all.
Well, what happened to all the blitzing? I mean, gosh dang it, man. Josh Allen had all the time in the world to fucking throw. What happened to what we did against the Ravens, man? We're back to playing prevent zone defense. I mean, come the fuck on, man. But I'll tell you a conspiracy theory here. As a guy that does snow, they could have cleared that snow off. I think Buffalo left that purposely out there so Chase or somebody couldn't run for an explosive run or something. That's just my personal opinion. As a guy that does snow for a living.
Well, that's good enough for me. I mean, fuck it. That's what Greg does is snow removal. And you just did it. So you don't count. You're freshened up on your skills. Like, you literally just removed snow. So, yeah, Buffalo fucked us.
Buffalo fucked us.
We left the fucking snow on the ground.
Hey, Tigers Talk, if you're watching this, your next conspiracy theory, add that to your next conspiracy
get the foil out, Jess. Greg's right.
But we talked about those tight ends. So, Knox had 6 catches, 93 yards, and Kincaid 441 and a touchdown. So, I mean, they just ate, all day long. They're 2 leading receivers, 2 tight ends. And every team should use that as a formula. I'm going to go to tight ends. I'm going to go to running backs because we have yet to show that we can do anything to stop opposing tight ends or running backs out of the backfield.
I lightweight hope they do because I want to see a good show. So I want to see our team playing real good too. But at this point, if we can't win, I hope we get a good pick. But I want to see a good show. So all those other teams, remember that, man. Let's pick on our linebackers.
And their 3rd leading receiver, James Cook, 2 for 31. So, literally, it's just running backs and tight ends. That's all you got to do to beat this fucking defense, and it's frustrating.
You know what, buddy? Tell you what, Dawson Knox and Kincaid remind me of? Midwest Best Barbecue and the Chop Shop, proud sponsors of this show. They dominate all the time, just like how they dominated us yesterday. That's what those two remind me of. Is
Hey, I remember too, and I don't know if it happened because I just woke up, but I had messaged them, and they're supposed to be coming out with their Christmas menu for the catering.
Yes, they are
today. Let's go check that out.
There you go. Check that out. Get your catering in now.
Mm-hmm.
Good point, Sean.
Yeah, I'm looking at some other stats. Like I thought we held James Cook in check for how good he is. 18 for 80, 4.4 yards per carry. I mean, it's not bad. Like it's not great, but he's a top 3 running back, and he's probably not 3 in the NFL. You know what I mean? So, and obviously had the fumble and the almost fumble out of bounds before that. But yeah, he's still a good player. Still had 100 all-purpose yards. A guy who did not get his 100 all-purpose yards was Chase Brown for the Bengals. 12 carries, just 23 yards.
Jesus.
Rushing.
What the fuck, man?
And then he had 3 catches for 12. So just like he's on fire. And that's what kind of worries you, right? When Burrow comes back and he starts to feel himself, like it's not that you abandon the running game because he still had 12 carries. Just couldn't get anything going. P. Ryan had 6 for 31. He was more effective. But it's just, was it too telegraphed? Is everything the same? I don't know. I didn't go back and break down why the run game sucked compared to how it had really came on the last several weeks. But that's a problem, I feel like. Any other thoughts on the game before we just talk about whatever? Because,
well,
I love this team still.
I would like to say
I hate them. I said I hate this team. Like, I hate them, but I refuse to leave them because I just think things were good once, and maybe they'll be better again.
Yeah, they will. I mean, if I were programmed here in the great city of Cincinnati, for next season. Next season. How you doing? Next season, man. We got him next season.
I think Dax Hill is okay. Like, you think he's trash. I respect your opinion. Like, I think he has some bad games, but I definitely think he's probably a top 5 player on that defense, and when you're just looking for players and he has to move around so much, play outside because of injuries, different things. I don't know. I think he's okay. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the greatest thing ever, but, they did pick up his option. He's here next year either way.
I agree with PF 2000. Get Duke the heck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, none of that's changed. Like Burrow coming back and even beating the Ravens, that's not on Zach Taylor. Or Duke Tobin. That's on Joe Burrow going in there making plays. I still feel like we could probably do better.
Well, I mean, it's just some similar needs. Like, I'm not saying we got to sit here and talk draft the whole show, but it's needs we've talked about. Interior pass rush is still lacking. Yes, Slayton got a sack. Hill got a sack. A lot of that was based up. But, hey, you want guys to clean it up. So, good they got sacks. But their pressure rate and the amount of pressures they've got all season long is just so poor from the defensive tackle position. Yeah. We need a true difference maker to rush the passer on the interior. And we don't have. Well, I tell you what,
the offense. Did you guys notice this? Joe had a lot of time to throw. The offensive line has been consistent once again, I thought. And it just sucks because how bad the defense has been playing. But offensive line's been really impressive still. It just sucks. It's finally gotten better. Now our defense just can't click.
Job, should I read the PFF grades and talk about that, or did I do that at the beginning of the show?
What the fuck? Greg, are you listening to the show at all? Are you paying attention?
I swear to God he doesn't.
He just went through all the entire offensive line's PFF grades and talked about how good they're doing.
I don't give a shit. It is what it is. It's Monday, man. It
is Monday. It's after a loss, and they have fucking broke Greg. Yeah. The Bengals broke Greg. What the fuck?
My memory has gone blank, man.
His reset button keeps kicking in.
Yeah.
It's not your fault, Greg. It's them goddamn Bengals.
Yeah. Just Monday's a shitty day, so.
We're putting Greg in concussion protocol as well.
Greg in concussion protocol.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you guys want to talk draft, we can talk draft. I don't care. Like, you can talk some prospect, you can talk whatever, because there's only so much to say about this game. Like,
no, bro, I was so happy yesterday. Like, that was such a great game until the end of it,
Yeah.
It was so good. Like, first 3 drives, touchdown, not field goals, touchdowns, first 3 drives, and then they fumble like in the end zone. It's crazy. It's such a good game. And then Joe hands the ball to the safety. Like, here you go.
Well, even before that, right? Like, we went up to, like, they had cut it to 3, but then we got a good drive right back, and Gesicki got that touchdown, and we went back up 10. That's when I was like, okay, we might actually win this thing. And there was only like 8 minutes left, right?
Yeah.
And they drove right down the field in like a minute and a half or something ridiculous that took like no time off the clock. And it's like, it was like 3 plays, and Allen ran for that long touchdown. And it's like,
hey, look,
what the hell are we
good
doing?
on the Bills, man, for winning the game. But the fans, like, how can you be a fan of that team and like realize that like it's those 2 mistakes at the end that the Bengals did that created your win? Like, yeah, if you win the turnover battle, a lot of times you're going to win the game. But at the same time, I mean, quit puffing up your fucking chest, because for 58 fucking minutes or whatever, 55 minutes, whatever it is, I mean, the Bengals went out and showed you like that they do every fucking time, the other time. So no disrespect to the Bills, to be honest, but, you know, good job. You won. Josh Allen got that monkey off his back. That's the first time that he's beat the Bengals, you know, with Joe Burrow. So,
yeah,
good on him, you know. But the fans, I haven't really seen Twitter to see what the fans are saying. But, man, puffing up your chest after that win against us, settle down.
Hey, Chop, you know that's the first time Josh Allen beat Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I do, Greg. I also get the joke. Right, Dale?
Yep.
It's the first time, Dale.
Is it? Is it the first time?
Josh Allen's never beat Joe Burrow. Oh, well, until yesterday.
Hey, John, you know that was until yesterday?
Huh?
You know,
Joe Burrow kind of beat Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
It was, how about them Tigers?
Yeah.
Bro. I'm just looking.
Hey, you know, come on, you got something to be happy for. You got Chris Henry Jr. still. Come on, man. You're still going to the playoffs.
I don't have Chris
I don't
Henry
want to hear
Jr.
any of
with
this.
OSU.
Well,
I know what I
Chris
was.
Henry Jr. next year, like in 27, when he gets the portal. And
no, Chris Henry's coming next year, I thought.
Yeah, so I didn't stay up and watch that game last night, but did you guys, the Texans and the Chiefs?
Dude, I went straight to bed.
I watched part of it, but I was kind of going like this.
But I don't watch football after a loss like after anything.
It was tough, man, but I did.
Yeah,
I watched
I
Landman, and then I
I'm
watched
with you.
that.
Hey, that's what I watched. Me and Marissa watched Landman before I went to bed too.
Dude,
A
Landman's
good show.
a good show.
It's a great show.
I love Landman.
But no, I was just going to say the Chiefs are now 6-7 and in real jeopardy of not making the playoffs.
That's hilarious.
Like, if we're not, hey, it kind of Josh Allen got me on that train of thought because we're talking about him. If there's ever a year for old Buddy Boy to win the Super Bowl, he might not have to face Lamar, Joe Burrow, or Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs to get through the AFC. Like,
this is such a shit. I told I was talking to Dustin in our show chat about how this year I feel like it's got an asterisk on it. Like, this is such a weird ass year in the NFL. Everything's flipped. All the teams that were people would say were shitty and everything. Not all the teams, but a lot of the teams that people thought were shitty. They're winning their divisions. They're winning their conference. And then the teams like the power teams that everybody thought it was, like the Eagles, the Chiefs. Those teams they're struggling.
Tay, I might have been with you. Like, Colts will beat the Bills, but Daniel Jones might have a torn Achilles, right? I never seen the final thing on that, but it was Achilles. It was an Achilles injury that he suffered yesterday. Yeah. So,
aren't they on their backup? Like their backup wasn't Anthony Richardson already down?
I'm not even sure. Crip,
sure
I might have to get back on the Buffalo train. I mean, honestly, like that, or I'll just be rooting for whoever comes out of the NFC.
Right.
But what if it's the Cowboys? Like, do I really got to root for the Cowboys?
Them boys. Yeah.
On Trey now. He's set to undergo core muscle surgery this week that is expected to sideline him 6 weeks. He officially suffered the injury against Green Bay. Push play 2 weeks later against the Jets. Injury has not improved. With advised rest and team rehab, and now will need to be addressed. So he's done for the year.
Yeah, he's been done for the year.
Yeah, true.
I didn't feel like he was coming back like a few weeks ago.
Just the way it ended, though, makes me think man, do they even want to use that franchise tag? You know what I mean? Because it kind of seemed like they would still use that franchise tag on him because, hey, we can. There was no provision in here. You signed the 1 year. Coming into this season, I thought, oh, they'll definitely just use the franchise tag, worst case, after this year. The way things ended, and he is another year older, I don't even think you put the franchise tag on him.
You think they will, you said?
I don't think they will anymore.
I don't think they will either, because look what happened this year. They gave him fucking $14 extra million, right, on his contract, which I say that he was worth it. They give him $14 million extra fucking dollars, and how many quarters did he even play?
Not very many.
I mean, and if you tag, there ain't no tagging and trading him, because at the deadline they couldn't get better than a third-day pick, and I don't know if that is 4th round, 5th round, 6th, or 7th, but they couldn't get any better than a third-day pick for Trey. So tagging him and trading him is not the way. He's just going to walk. He's going to be great.
I understand this too, but I feel like it's so much different now, overzealous. Like, people used to utilize the franchise tag like league-wide. Now, wasn't there only like 1 or 2 teams that even placed the franchise tag on anyone to begin with last year? And we were one of them, with T, before he worked out his long-term. Like, it's just nobody uses the franchise tag.
Right.
Like, I think eventually they're going to negotiate that completely out of,
if you don't have to use it too, I mean, that is money that's 100% guaranteed and comes out of your salary cap. The franchise tag is 100% guaranteed, and it comes out of the salary cap. So,
and that's probably the frustrating thing, because maybe they should have traded him last season, but also in season at the trade deadline. But I'm guessing that's probably why Zach looks pissed off the last week or so. Like, they were probably like, oh, we could have traded him for even if it was a 4th round damn pick. And he was injured. That's on that team. That's that team's problem at that point.
Man, is there any good news today? Is there any good news?
Hindsight's 2020, man. And like KP's comment was, but at the beginning of the season, if the Bengals would have traded Trey, all the fans would have been like, "What the fuck, man? You don't want to win. You got to sign Trey. This team sucks. The ownership, blah blah blah." And because, I mean, their stance was, hey, this dude's about 30 years old. Actually, he just had his 31st birthday a couple days ago. But this dude's like 30 years old, man. And that's a number in the NFL, and we're worried about that. And all the fans were like, fuck you, it's Trey. He's a beast. And, I don't think that the Bengals let the fans sway their decisions at all.
Why did you do that impression of me?
Yeah. Well, because it was you, fucker.
I know. I wanted to keep him. We can't be right 100% of that.
I also said, like, my thing was just like the money. It wasn't even necessarily the skill set and everything else. It was, you got 3 players already this year that were taking 44% of the cap, and then you throw Trey on there too. If you pay him 30, which they did, it really affects our money. And I mean, we could have picked up a free agent, could have had some of that interior pass rush with somebody.
I want to get to this. Like,
it is what it is.
Yeah, Tay saying Murphy has looked better than Trey this year. I mean, he hasn't hardly played, so a lot of these guys and Osai. To me, I'm picking up Murphy's 5th-year option. He's done enough to me, shown enough to me that he's trending in the right direction. He was causing havoc, especially in that first half of that game, that was leading to a lot of other people getting sacks and pressure and Allen having to get rid of the ball quick. He was absolutely eating up that backup right tackle they had in there. So good for Miles Murphy, because that's what you need to do. And I didn't think it was Osai's best game, but he still ended up with like 5 pressures per PFF. So Osai's just been a pressure-generating dude all season long. I'm giving him some of Trey's money. He's not going to cost as much as Trey, but I'm giving him some of that. And then I'm going to try to sprinkle in like some D-tackle pass rush with that extra money I'm saving had I used the tag on Trey. Because that'd be what, $30 million? Maybe I'll give Osai 20 of it per year, and I'll go in and find me a D-tackle for $10 million a year and drastically improve the team as a whole, because Trey's giving us nothing right now.
Well, Malagueta's still going to want more than that. You know how he is.
We'll see.
Who is?
Malagueta with us.
Oh, yeah, I agree. And that's what I was going to say with picking up Murphy's 5th-year option, because, I mean, Osai is not – he's a free agent at the end of the year, and his agent's Malagueta.
Is this crazy? What's the franchise tag for a defensive? Osai would not be worth franchise tag.
Like $40 million probably, right?
No, I mean it's probably 30 or more.
No.
It's around 30, I imagine. So I don't know. I mean, You try to work out a deal. If not, then you're really banking on Shamar Stewart, and I think that's malpractice to do at this point too. You know what I mean? Like if you do let Trey go and you let Osai go, you're going to have to go out in free agency and add somebody else. And I'm not saying it's a great class by any means, but I don't care if you got to sign Khalil Mack's old ass from the Chargers, throw him a bag, whatever, because he's still out there too, a free agent 1-year deal guy.
I mean, Greg was talking about Jadeveon Clowney, and look, he went down to Texas and Dallas, and he's been doing pretty good down there. I mean, a guy that you think is a little bit washed up, he goes down and reinvents himself. Sure I was thinking, Greg, when I was watching Dallas the last time, boy, it sure would have been nice if we'd have picked up that.
What do I know, though, Chop? What the fuck do I know?
I know.
I may not have a good memory right now, but
you might not pay attention to the show that you're currently on, but you were spot on with that Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, like Calais Campbell too, you know, like how many years we got to talk about him, and I'm just looking at the free agency list. He put up a 77.4 overall mark through week 12. This is just when this article was written, so you know, a week or two ago. Like, yeah, so that guy's still ageless, but I do know he kind of wanted to go back to Arizona. I don't know why, but yeah. Just trying to look if there's like, I mean, it's just a bunch of old dudes and dudes that like, you know, you got Travis Kelce on this list, like guys that I really, we don't need. Clowney will be a free agent again. He's 24 on this list. So there you go. Cowboys might pay him, but hey, if he's still out there and it's like last year, why wouldn't you? Like I say take as many swings in free agency as possible.
Yeah.
It opens up the draft. It helps everything. We got to do it at some point. Like,
yeah, it's something, man. I mean, be active, like take looks and be publicly active so that we can see that you're doing stuff.
Now, here's a guy, number 32 on this list, Trent Brown. What the fuck's he doing on here?
I don't know, but that dude's got a sweet tattoo.
Is he doing good for Houston? Is he starting?
Yeah, he is.
I
thought when I was watching the game, I thought he was starting.
Well, good for him, you know? Good for him. Yeah. I don't know how Adafe Oweh's doing since he got traded to the Chargers, but he's scheduled to be a free agent. Like, that's still a young guy. I'm just thinking, like, if you lose Osai, like, who's somebody else that you can replace? So, trying to look, Bowie Mafe from the Seahawks, I think that'd be a great get, but he's probably going to get potentially more money than Osai.
What do you think that's the biggest thing? It's like going into the draft. Like, if you're just picking a position, would you pick interior pass rush?
I think we need so much. Obviously, it's going to depend where we're picking, but I think those needs. I mean, obviously, that's more of a premium position. I get when people are like, "You can't get a linebacker in the first; it's not a premium position." I understand that, but when that's such a huge weakness on his team, if the value lines up and we're picking, I'll just say 15th. Sonny Styles could be the top player on my board at 15 and still be on the board, and at that point, I'd take him. Like, he's a converted safety; he can cover. He's just been a dog against the run. He was everywhere in that game against Indiana. And, like, they haven't asked him to rush the passer this year, but last year he had 6 or 7 sacks on the season. Like, he was doing more of that Arvell Reese role for the Buckeyes last year. It's just they have Reese doing it now and not him, so he's not asked to rush the passer. But he's shown he can do that. And that's the guy who's like 6'4", 6'5", 240. You know, he's legit size. What is it?
6'4" and 200 and what?
Around like 240, maybe probably over 240, honestly. Yeah. And a freak athlete. Like, he's one of the top Feldman freak list guys. So Sonny Styles, I know he gets lost in the Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese discussion, Caden McDonald. They got a bunch of dudes, but he's a guy I think could line up, you know, if you don't get a Caleb Downs, because you're not picking in the top 10 and Downs is off the board. And not just being a Buckeye homer, I think he's really good. Another linebacker I like a lot is C.J. Allen from Georgia. So I think the value could line up to take a linebacker, you know, whether it be Allen or Sonny Styles in the first round.
Isn't his defense kind of structured around the linebacking play?
I mean,
why we're not doing real great.
Why we're sucking ass is the linebackers are killing us. Yeah.
It's a good thing we didn't take that fucking Jihad Campbell bum.
Yeah, well, it could
or
be,
Nick Warning Chop, or Cole Swessinger. Good thing we didn't take
Carson.
Yeah, it's Carson.
Carson's been amazing this year.
Carson, fuck you. He's a Brown.
Yeah, he's a Brown. Yeah, and then, like, you know, safety, if you don't get Downs, I don't think you even consider taking anybody else in the first round at safety. You know what I mean? It's you only take him in the first round.
Well, let me ask you this though: when you're talking safety,
taker.
so you watched the game different than me, but it seemed like Geno Stone was in the game a lot yesterday. Is he like trending upwards? Is he getting better?
I wouldn't say trending upward. He still had 3 missed tackles. He has one of the highest missed tackle rates in the league. Like there's times they're starting to bring him on the blitz and stuff, and he does that well. That role pretty well. It's almost like they're using him as part of that Mike Hilton role for that part of it to blitz. Yeah. But I still don't like. He's just not a dude in coverage, and he comes up and tackles when he wants. And he's going to be a free agent, but I'm just sick of the effort. I can't get the Darnell Washington play out of my head where he did not even make a fucking effort. I know the dude's huge, but man, come on, you at least try harder to push him out of bounds.
Buddy, I'm ready to pull the plug. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just ready to move on from him, but it just depends, right? You can't have no answers there. So,
I mean, you can put Tyson Anderson in there and see how he does for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think they're to the point they should be doing that, obviously, but will they? Who knows?
I think they know what they got with Tyson, but they really don't give him any playing time during the game besides special teams. So maybe put him in there and just see what's up. I mean, you're going into an offseason where he's not signed for next year, is he?
No.
Yeah, so you're going into next year with a question mark at it. So you put Tyson Anderson in there and see what you got.
Yeah, I agree. Trying to think, you could also go O tackle. We've talked about this, but an article I wrote earlier, Orlando Brown has had 2 phenomenal games back to back, like a 91.5 grade, but it hasn't given up a pressure in 2 weeks. And you could say, well, when the one corner blitz came and got Joe on the sack, Orlando didn't. That happens. That was a well-timed blitz. I don't even put that on Orlando as much as that's on Joe to see or to feel that coming and get the ball out quick. Man, you see that all the time.
Didn't see it at.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, I don't. That's why that's not credited as a pressure or a sack per PFF, because that's really it was just a well-timed blitz, a good play by them, and Burrow didn't feel it. Brown didn't see it. No running back or anybody else saw it to try to get any chip on him.
I saw it.
Yeah, you saw it.
Oh shit! In slow motion.
But that's still a position you could potentially take. I've talked about Trevor Gooseby from Texas, as a guy I really like if he declares for a left tackle to develop. But I mean, Orlando still has another year, so I think, man, first round as much. It's well, we've invested there. I think you have to keep investing there. The offense is still good. The offensive line overall has not been our problem, especially the last 5, 6, 7 games of this season. It's still not been the offensive line as our problem. They've looked good, and shout out Scott Peters for that. So to me, I'm just hammering defense, and maybe it's a corner. Maybe it's your boy Delane from LSU, Chop.
So who's your number 1 corner? Is it Delane or is he number 2?
I have swung back to Delane just because I kept waiting to see the kid from Texas get healthy and play at all this year.
Yeah.
I know he had a torn ACL in January working out, but it's he's never come back on the field, so he didn't play the whole season. I mean, his tape was so good the year before, but yeah, I'm back to Delane just because I watched it all season. He was incredible. I mean, the completion rate he allowed was
because I like the Tigers, but at the same time, I really want the trenches. I was on the tackle, but like you said, Orlando Brown Jr. has been doing good these last couple games, and I don't feel bad about our offensive line. So I'm back to the trenches, man, and I would love to have some of that interior pass rush, but I mean, isn't the guy in the first round for that Peter Woods, and then after that, is it another round?
Yeah, I mean, there's guys there's pass rushers, but you got to see who declares too. A guy that we don't talk about enough is Renee or Rain. I think it's Renee Conga from Louisville. He gets a lot of pressure. There's Mateen Ibaragba. I mean, these guys really are testing you with the names on some of these guys.
Yeah,
but
right.
A kid out of Wake Forest. Those are guys who have some of the higher pressure rates from defensive tackle. They're not as good against the run, but I like a Lee Hunter who's a dog against the run from Texas Tech, but also has a high pressure rate. I mean, he's a big boy, but just gives you enough in both that I think he's going to be a good NFL player.
I just say the one guy you said, I thought his name was Kanga or something. I like the name Kanga.
Good name. I like would like to get someone who's not a project. They can come in here and you can plug into the line and they're going to play at a decent level.
Well, it's risky.
Have rookie trials and tribulations, but at the same time, I don't want a total project, and Bengals are good at getting projects.
It's risky, but after watching Deion Walker yesterday, and I didn't always love his tape last year, Caleb Banks from Florida really intrigues me. And that's a guy I talked about, remember a year ago where I was like, I really like this dude. But then he was injured most of the year. He did come back the last couple games and looked pretty decent. Dude is 6'6", 330 pounds. Massive. Misses a lot of tackles, though. But he gets a lot of
in here.
No, he moves really well at that size. He legitimately has pass rush juice at that size. I don't know if he'll go in the first, but that's like a guy. And when I did my Cincy Jungle mock draft a couple weeks ago, I took him in the second round. He might, now that he's back playing, work his way to the first. But, man, Caleb Banks in the second. Just go with all Caleb's, man. The Caleb mock draft. Caleb Downs, Caleb Banks. Then you can take Caleb Tiernan in the third to be your left tackle of the future. You just take the Caleb's.
Yeah. Yep. I'm looking forward to the draft. I can't wait till we start getting really into the draft talk and doing all that stuff. I enjoy that in the off season, and this season is misery.
Yeah, Tay mentioned Earl Little. I don't know if he'll declare. He could from Florida State. He's played some corner, played some safety. He would definitely be a safety here. I think he's played more safety there this year, but in the past he's played corner. Good size, really good ball skills, like ball hawk kind of guy. Indiana has a couple of those guys too. Nostradamus, I'll give you love. I don't know what you said, but you get love.
Yeah, you get all the love, Nostradamus. Hey, let me ask you this, though, Dale. Here's a question about college football. Does that, in a year of eligibility, does that, what's his name, Chambers Trinidad? I don't know his first name. What the fuck it is?
Trinidad Chambliss.
Does he can he get another year of eligibility? Do you think that's what's going to happen?
The last I heard was it was unlikely for him to get another year of eligibility. Yeah, and shout out to you guys, man. Good luck the rest of the season here to Bills fan. But I have him as like a day 3 pick. I don't know if he'll get the eligibility or not, but he's a fun player.
I mean, if he could go back in and he could possibly improve his draft stock with a year at LSU. I mean, that's not necessarily saying that's who I'm looking for. You know, I'm hoping they find somebody good, and I kind of trust Lane Kiffin in the portal, but we'll see what happens.
Mr. Tiller fan says Joe Burrow needs a better head coach.
Yes, he does. Andy needs a new, better, not the general manager guy.
We could have been watching him, man, with Joe Brady. Who knows?
I don't want Joe Brady either. Like Joe Brady, okay, the Bills are doing good and stuff, but man, he took the excitement out of the Bills. Like Josh Allen's a gunslinger, and he's a dink and dunker now.
But is that part because they don't have the weapons on the outside? I don't know.
Right. I kind of like Keon Coleman coming out of college, though. I thought he was going to do decent. And he went up there, and I mean, all the Bills fans loved him too. He did. I can't remember what he did up there, but like as soon as he got there, like he was making friends. And then and I picked him up on my fantasy, and he ain't done shit.
That's why he sucked.
Picked him up. Yeah, it's my fault, man. The Bills fan in here, I apologize for picking up Keon Coleman on my fantasy team, and he sucks. I believe.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, Reds, please sign Kyle Schwarber just to help the pain, ease the pain of Cincinnati sports right now, for the love of God.
They ain't going to pay him. They're cheap asses.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. It has to happen.
Oh.
No.
Chop's like, I don't care. Baseball.
I mean, I like going to the games a few games a year, sitting there in the ballpark, but I mean.
Oh, shout out to my Bearcats for losing to Xavier once again.
Yeah, shout out.
At least it was closer than Kentucky versus Gonzaga.
It's a loss is a loss. I don't care. It's just I'm so sick of it, man. I'm so sick of it. I'm tired of dealing with the Xavier fans and all that, man. Maybe it's God coming at me for the whole Christian Laettner thing I tweeted one time. I don't know.
God coming at you, Greg.
Probably shitting in all those churches.
Right, for taking that shit in that Presbyterian church.
Yeah.
God's a Presbyterian.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean,
well, this show has been gay because the Bengals loss was gay. Everything coming up gay.
Yeah. It was terrible. I was just like literally like in shock at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just sucks. Even after Burrow threw that pick, it's like, all right, he'll come right back and lead a game-winning drive here.
Bro, it's that goddamn defense, man. 39 fucking points again.
Yeah, but who of that was off the turnovers?
I mean, here we are. We're like, they look good for 3 games, you know, and people are posting on Twitter like the points allowed, and it's all in the teens. And then it's like against Buffalo, like back to the old fucking defense, 39 fucking points scored on us. Joe Burrow throws. And, you know, even like I know you guys didn't watch the football after that, but I was watching and they were all saying like when they were talking about the game, they're talking about the stats. And then they're like, and the Bengals didn't win. Yeah, according to those stats, you would think they won. Joe Burrow throws 4 touchdowns, blah, 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 and they did not win. And I'm like, fuck you guys. Fuck. Throwing salt.
Yeah. You're right, Sindustries. That sucks to have to be even thinking about the draft again. Burrow is a great quarterback, and yeah, he had the mistakes, but he's also the reason we were in that game. He was playing.
Yeah.
I mean, he still played a great game.
Yeah.
Josh Allen did too. Great player.
He did, man. Just,
yeah.
You got this, Dale, as of right now. If my memory's gone bad again with dementia with me. Yoshi, are you ready to pull the plug on Yoshi? Do you still think Yoshi's good enough?
He got a touchdown, didn't he?
Yeah, I know. But I want Dale's opinion on Yoshi the last couple of games. Do you think, because Yoshi started out not too good, and even I was saying it, but Yoshi's got one more year left on his rookie deal, right?
I think so.
Okay, so
yeah, I think Yoshi's a good 3. I mean, why pull the plug on him? What are you going to replace him with? Tinsley, who, like, I know everybody's high on Tinsley, but he's not really on the field as much as Yoshi, like, to tell us what he actually has. And when he was in there against Baltimore, he missed some passes. Not like
he's
out.
Just saying, like, I'm not ready to replace him with Yoshi.
Well, Tinsley is most likely going to get another opportunity. I can't see T playing this week being back in protocol, so probably Tinsley will be out there against the same team in Baltimore.
Well sit.
And he'll have another opportunity, so it'll be a chance to see if Tinsley's a guy. And I do think so. I don't know about pulling the plug on Yoshi. He's got 1 year left. He could be depth piece, right? Like whatever. Right. I mean, Jermaine Burton sat on our roster this whole year and never played it down until we just released him, you know. So, but I do. It's a low key need. I think we need a quicker slot receiver. I think we need somebody that can get open, create separation quick.
Please stay.
And sticky as hell. Yep. Well,
yeah, like you say, someone to replace Burton. If we can get someone like you said in the 3rd or 4th round, but like you say, Yoshi for 1 more year left on a cheap rookie deal, like you said, why not just keep him? Even if he's your 5th option, that's good enough for me right there, right?
I mean, why cut Burton now? Is my question.
That's what I said. Why do we wait this fucking long?
I mean,
who knows what he did?
At the season when you can trade things again and see if you can get like a 7th round pick.
You weren't getting anything for him, and they suspended him, so he did something probably pretty bad again.
Not him, man. He's a good guy. What? Well, did he fart in church or something? Because he's always in there.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. That fucker cost me a lot of $20 anytime touchdown bets, though.
It's true. But I just think, like, I'm not even saying 3rd or 4th round for a receiver. I look at, like, Tez Johnson that the Buccaneers snagged last year in, like, the 7th round. You know, just somebody like that, a speedier guy. Maybe you got to worry about his health because he's small. You know, that's why he falls to day 3. There's guys like that. Kevin Coleman Jr. from Missouri, I've mentioned before. Like, I like him. Brendan Thompson from Mississippi State. Like, I just want to get somebody in here like that, you know, that can get open quick in the slot and just get some easy yards over the middle.
Yeah, you said speed and injury prone. That's John Ross all over again right there. I don't know if I want to go down that route.
Well, I'm not saying to take him in the top 10.
That's true.
I'm saying to take him on day 3.
You also forgot Brick Hands. That's also John Ross. Brick Hands.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, there's always a lot of needs, and I think you got to try to fill as many as possible. in free agency. And I feel like we haven't done a good job at that. We were like, all right, we're going to attack it. Our defense was the worst in the NFL, the last couple of years. We got TJ Slayton and Oren Burks. Everything's fixed.
Yep.
That's how you hit the draft. But that was your 2 additions in free agency.
I think
in
free
what
agency,
world is that good enough?
Yeah, you have to attack free agency like there is no draft. Like fill every fucking hole that you think you can in free agency, and then go into. And if you do that, you can go into the draft BPA.
And your team is usually so much better off by doing that.
Please take the Twitter BPA, not your own board. Just refer to social media and look at what all the fans are kind of collectively saying, and it'll end up being a better pick.
Listen to the fans or AI.
They do listen to the fans. The fans say, don't take this 1 or 2 players, and they are locked in on taking that player.
Right.
That's true. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So they do listen in a way.
Huh?
I said they do listen in a way. Just not the way we want.
Not the way you prefer.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you guys going to watch the game tonight? You're going to watch Philly versus the Chargers? I mean, that should be like a good game,
Who is it? Philly and the Chargers. Yeah, I'll probably, if I remember, I'll turn it on at work.
I have no desire to watch it. Like this is what the Bengals have done to me. They just run all my enjoyment.
I got my Christmas specials.
I said to somebody the other day, like, I wish that I could be a guy that didn't have a favorite team and just love the game and love the players. You know what I mean? Because then I wouldn't be hurt so bad, but I can't. Like, I fantasize about being a guy that just loves the game of football, and I can enjoy all the players and all the teams the same, but I cannot. I love the Bengals, and I fucking hate the Steelers. And that'll always, like the other teams, like you can say what you want. Like there's levels of hatred and love in all those other teams, but at the 2 polar opposites, I love the Bengals and I hate the fucking Steelers, and I can't change that. It's in my DNA.
All right, guys, I'm going to lighten this show up a little bit. Just because out of the goodness of my heart, I will do a $10 giveaway here for a Bengals question for Midwest Best Barbecue. You guys just keep stalling for a minute or two, and I'll think of a good question just to lighten this show up a little bit. Hold on, stand by.
So should we just end the show, Chop?
Okay.
Like, you guys take it over and we're just like, all right, good show.
Greg turned off the camera to come back with a trivia question that he's going to ask for a $10 gift card or whatever to Midwest Best Barbecue. Is that right, Greg?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Let's see here. AI is going to help me out with this one.
Some very good G-Funk wings. That's the ones I recommend. Now Dale, he's a Grippo guy, and he's a boneless guy too. Dale don't like.
I mean, I like bone-in. Don't get me wrong. The Grippo bone-in are just fine, but the boneless. I don't know. There was something about them. They took it to a whole nother level with the boneless.
You must like
Grippos.
what I don't like about boneless. I don't like all that breading.
Yeah,
I like I wish that they would make like the boneless wings, just like the regular wings without the breading. I know that can't happen, but that would be my perfect wing. I wouldn't have to fuck with that bone, but yeah, I go with the bone-in and the G-Funk. Dale's a Grippo rub guy.
I mean, you can't go. I mean, you could just get pulled pork if you don't want wings.
Bro, you know
what I mean?
They got brisket. They got pulled pork. They had smoked turkey. They're coming out with that Christmas menu,
Yeah.
Oh,
good stuff.
And please, the fucking mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, man.
You got options.
I can see that mac and cheese is better than that shit they got. And no shade on the precinct, but I've had both the mac and cheeses. And the mac and cheese at Midwest Best, way superior to the mac and cheese at the precinct.
God damn it.
Good job, Nicole. You did great with that recipe. I love it.
God damn it. This thing. Okay, here we go.
Oh, we got one.
For the Bengals' second Super Bowl against the 49ers that we lost, who scored the only touchdown in that game?
For either team?
No, for the Bengals. For the Bengals.
You got to clarify.
First one to respond with the right name. They're probably all going to get on their phones right now and look it up. But the first one to respond with the right name gets a $10 gift card to Midwest Best. If you don't live in Cincinnati, then I'm sorry for you. Nope, not Woods. David, Stanford Jennings, you're right. David is right. So,
It's funny,
David,
the
if you're
first
watching
three
this
answers
show,
are all different.
David, if you're watching this show, I don't know who. If you're on Twitter, my
He
Twitter
said
account's hacked
the
right now.
receiver.
So DM me your email address, and I will hook you up, buddy. My Twitter account is @LutherGP25.
Careful what he DMs back, though.
Yeah.
David.
So you just want good job, Dave.
Crypt Keeper he was hoping to get it so he could drive his ass all the way here to Cincinnati.
Right.
The Midwest best.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, he should just go to your house, Dale. That's 2 hours and then 2 hours to Cincinnati.
Yeah, but once again, Dave, @Luther, God damn it. @Luther GP25. LUTHER GP25. Just DM me and we'll hook up. We're not going to hook up sexually.
Man, that's right.
That escalated quickly.
That did not come out right. God damn.
No
it.
way David he fucking just stopped his motion on hitting that enter button to send you that
DM me your address and your email address. That's all I need from you, buddy.
That's wild.
Yeah, he just needs you to slide in them DMs, and that way you guys can meet and hook up.
Yes, Industry says, damn it, I've been sending wrong naked pics to the wrong Greg Luther account on Twitter.
You'd be lucky you haven't been scammed yet, dude.
Probably his old account, who's still active, Greg. Your old account's still active.
Yeah, I know. Problem is, I got blocked, and then other people.
You got blocked out of your own account.
I got blocked by my own account, dude.
Well, there's updates on it lately.
Yeah, if there was a defense, the Andy Dalton years, man, those Mike Zimmer defenses, and that's what's like, man, I still like Al Golden. It's like, oh, they're doing better. The defensive guys are doing better. Seems like things turned around. And then 3rd and 15, and you have no spy on Josh Allen. It's going to take me a long time to get over that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also got Ryan's account hacked from your account.
Sorry about that, Ryan.
Since you bastard.
Hey, look at that, man. Bills fans helping wash our tears away with cash.
Yeah, it's a great Bills fan there.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching Allen and Burrow battle it out. I respect the heck out of you Bengals fans. Good luck the rest of the season. Yeah, good luck to you guys too. And you may not even have to worry about the refs cheating and Patrick Mahomes being in there after they dropped to 6-7 last night. 6-7 and 6-7. Oh,
6-7.
Son of a bitch. Anyways,
yeah,
that's their record. And Mahomes had 0 passing touchdowns and 3 interceptions. And he was like 16 or 18 for 33, under 200 passing yards. Like, woof. The Mahomes fall off. Is it really happening? Because I'm not going to be mad at it. You know, I'm just not going to be mad.
Nope.
That happens.
What did they say? I heard what I hear the other day. Oh yeah, fuck Mahomes. Fuck him.
Yeah. I mean, they've won enough. That's the way I see it. Time for someone else to win. I don't need to see Philadelphia win again. Their players hate each other. I mean, but yeah, AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts will probably do great tonight because in my fantasy matchup, Houday Joe has AJ Brown, and I'm up 25 points. And it's like Brown sucked all year except last week. So will he go off again? Probably. He'll probably beat me with the one player because I don't have anybody.
I think last week when he didn't suck, I think Houday Joe played me.
Ricky must be a Buffalo fan too. Yeah. Hey, some people do say that. It's the same stuff when they say like Burrowhead. It's about Kansas City. I can't. I mean, that's going to change.
That is not me. I'm too superstitious to do shit like that, man.
Yeah, same.
I don't like calling out shit like that, man. I'm way too superstitious.
Well, and also like I just always say like those are 2 of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. You know, I mean, I'll put Mahomes in there, but if he falls off, I won't be mad once again. Right. I will say that. But
replace him with Daniel Jones when he's not in.
To me, those are the 3 best. And then Lamar's, but been obviously one of the right there in that conversation. I put him 4th, but very good quarterback. I know he's not having a great year and the injuries. I don't know what's going on in Baltimore, honestly. Like, he doesn't practice a lot. It's like, is he actually hurt? Is he milking not practicing? Does he want Harbaugh out? Does Harbaugh want him out and a different quarterback? I think we'll see. And we got to play the Ravens, so I shouldn't be sitting here saying anything negative about them because they'll probably kick our ass too. But
I'll be there in that cold ass parking lot and then the cold ass stadium. It's supposed to be chilly this Sunday, but
17. Yep.
I'll be 17 degrees. Is that what you just
17
said?
or 8. So one report says 32. One says 17 or 18.
Well, I'll take 32.
I'm not going to be mad about not having my season tickets and being at the game when I'm sitting in my house, warm as can be. I'm sorry, guys. It's going to be nice.
I got to tell you, I will also be warm as can be because this old man ain't fucking stupid. He went out and bought all kind of electronic gear, man. He is warm.
Well, for me, I got my work clothes to wear. I got my coveralls. I got everything I need to wear.
You're going to have all this heated stuff. Like, you're going to be like Hunger Games catching fire, but you might literally catch fire because you got so much.
We're throwing the flames. I got Carhartt overalls that I've had for like 3 years, and it's never gotten cold enough to wear them.
You breaking those out?
I'd probably not.
I was going to say, are they going under your Santa suit? Aren't you still wearing the Santa suit?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep, I could put them under the Santa suit. I'm worried, though, because like every time I dress warm, I get down there and I dress too warm.
Yeah, when you had your gorilla costume.
Oh, that was such a good idea, and then I got hot as fuck.
Well, you are hot as fuck. I mean, we all can see that plain as day here.
I mean, like even right now, I got a camera aiming at me, and I can see myself at a computer, and it's fucking turning me on. It's like Pornhub a little bit.
As it should, brother. As it should. But yeah, so deflating loss, it's a good game. I mean, it was a fun game.
It's fun.
I had a feeling of dread, like, for most of it, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, we're up, and it's like, oh, are we back? Everybody's, are we back? It's like, you always just wait on the other shoe to drop, man. It happened against the Bears. It happened against the Jets. It's just like, it's just one of those years. I mean, and you would think with Burrow, well, it's not going to happen. And then when he's kind of the reason that it happens, it's just like, what can you do, man? Chalk it up. But good win for Buffalo.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm subtle flexing about being warm as I set in my garage where it's like 30 degrees down here. So
it's payback when we're all at the game on Sunday and you're sitting in your warm house because you won't be watching it from the garage.
No, I will not.
And we'll be freezing, and it's your payback.
I hear you, Purcell. Purcell always brings positivity. He says we're still going to win the division. But you also have told me a lot of other records and a lot of other wins that were happening, Purcell. I hope you're right, and I hope that happens. But I will not even consider the thought of us unless we get down to the final game. So
it probably will, most likely.
But it could get down to the final game, and then like someone will just set their players, like the Chiefs.
Probably won't be Kansas City this time.
Man, Robert asks, who does this season's outcome fall on, in your opinion? I mean, I think ultimately you always go back to the ownership and the top of the ladder, Like they don't invest enough in free agency. They don't get creative enough with their money. Like they still had money. They don't spend enough. And then that falls down from there to Duke Tobin, the de facto GM, who leads the scouts and the draft stuff along with the coaches to make draft picks that give you no impact. Like Shamar Stewart was not going to be like a day one impact guy if he was healthy. And no production in college. It was the pick that so many Bengals fans said, don't make that one. So I think it goes from the top to that to then, ultimately coaching and players, I kind of put in the same bucket. Like, I'm not going to absolve anybody. Everybody gets the blame. The most blame always goes to the top for me and the ownership. I think they can always be more creative with money. I think they can always do a better job of building the roster. And they are ultimately responsible for having a GM or de facto GM or hiring more scouts. So I always put the biggest amount of blame when the seasons go this way on ownership, for me personally. You guys have a different opinion, or?
Nope. I'd say that the blame goes to the top rung that you can get to, and that would be Duke Tobin, because the ownership isn't going to put it on themselves. So if you're looking for a head, I mean, I know that he didn't say whose head should we chop, but if you're looking for a head to chop, man, it's definitely Duke Tobin. And then Zach Taylor, too.
Yeah, and KP, you're right. Another generous super chat here. How do you get to keep your job with these results? It goes back
by Mike Brown. That's how.
it goes back to what we were just talking about, right? The people at the top, they just, as long as their checks are coming in and they're making so much revenue sharing money with the TV deals, at the end of the day, I don't think they really care. And until something starts hitting their wallet, they don't start investing more. And they got a golden goose with Joe Burrow and another one with Jamar Chase. And we're third straight year missing the playoffs.
It's terrible.
I don't know how you keep your job.
It's terrible for those two guys too, man, to be that talented. And I hope we get a chance. I mean, Bengals got a lot to prove to me in this offseason. So
yeah, and we say this, and that's what we felt last year. Like, this is such a crucial offseason. They got to really invest in the defense. And like, hey, we were happy they brought back T and they re-signed Jamar, but those should have been things that should have been done, honestly, before we even got into the main free agency last year. If like, they just should have been. They should have already been figured out, and you should have had your money ready to go, lined up. You rework contracts. Joe was willing to rework his contract to get more cap space. There's so much they can do, but instead they asked Geno Stone to take a $500,000 pay cut and still be their starter. Just they do stuff that just doesn't even make sense. Like when they still had a bunch of cap money to go. So I don't want to say here, and it just kind of is what it is. It's the same thing over and over. The definition of insanity. We just do it over and over, and we expect different results. But you know what? We'll be back next year hoping for the same. We're going to keep doing this show. We're going to keep talking Bengals. True. We're going to keep hoping for better times. I refuse to leave them no matter how many times they beat me. I think eventually they'll stop beating me, and they'll be better for me.
Also, T is re-entering concussion protocol.
I heard that.
Yep.
That's a good way to end the show right there.
And fucking work.
Yeah, have fun, man. You're on quite the streak.
I apologize for Dustin abandoning you for Japan and his girlfriend, so you guys couldn't have your draft talk after this show.
Yeah, Dustin's in Japan. Will he ever return? Who knows?
Probably
he might not. He might love it over there.
He might. But, he might stay.
We appreciate you guys tuning in. Bills fans, Steelers fans, Bengals fans. Good luck to teams that might be in the playoffs.
Yeah, good luck.
We're going to keep licking our wounds like we have for 3 seasons and hope for better times.
Hold on.
KP with another super chat. I was about to hit in, but appreciate it. You pop that one up.
Yeah.
They watched Geno Stone tape and said, yeah, we'll pass on Xavier Watts.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Man, fire these people. And it was his coach. His coach was Al Golden. And he was there even into the 3rd round. We thought he might be a 1st-round guy. No, okay, he's there in the 2nd. You know what we need instead? We need to reach and round early on a 25-year-old linebacker. That's what we need in the 2nd round. Don't get Xavier Watts. No. Who would want to be good at football and create turnovers on the back end and have a guy as a reliable tackler and a culture-changing game changer at the safety position? Not us. Nope, not us. We're good. We got Geno Stone, but we're going to ask him to take a pay cut.
Field general that Al Golden was talking about, he had such good continuity with up in Notre Dame. Not us.
Crazy
we don't
work.
Want that shit.
It's crazy work.
Fuck all that. Damn, they're not letting us end the show, Dale. They're coming out with more super chats again.
I know. He says no one wants, but yes on Burton. That's Bengals logic there.
That's right.
And I mean, who could have seen Jermaine Burton coming with all the red flags? That was definitely not in my Project Game Day draft guide.
Maybe watched it hit a woman or something.
Yeah, he might have done that. He might have transferred like 6 schools, like 4 in high school. Just Nick Saban questioning how much he loves football, basically. I don't know. Signs were there. They chose to ignore him. I don't even think they talked to Nick Saban, which is complete malpractice by your draft staff when you're going to select a player in the top 85 selections.
Happy to get him, though, wasn't he? I'll never forget that fucking – he was so happy to get Burton.
Just stupidity.
Yeah.
But we see a lot of it. Appreciate y'all, everybody. Have a good week. Try not to freeze to death because it is